coffee time. My dreamy friend, it's coffee time. Let's listen to some jazz and rhyme and have a cup of coffee.
Hi everyone, it's Dr. Shepard, and here we are at Mr. Bill's on Ocean Beach in Longview at sunrise to get a hot cup of coffee, or in my case a hot cup of tea, to use as the concept for our cello left hand. So the cello left hand, really we want to keep it as natural as possible, and what's more natural than having a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, and we hold the cup like this with our fingers going that way. Our thumb is also going the same direction, and it rounds out our hand. And we usually don't drink like this. We keep our wrists nice and straight. So basically a line between our knuckles and our elbow. And so that's the concept that we're going to use when we play on the cello. To help us get into the proper position, just make sure that you've got your cello points of the bottom bouts between the knees, the heel of the cello in your chest, and the C peg behind your left ear. And then we're going to put our left hand straight out, reach around, touch our right shoulder, and then, we are almost going to take our sip of coffee, but we're going to bring our hand over here to the cello fingerboard, where we've got our fingertips on the top and our thumb on the back. Now, it's kind of like we're taking a little sip of coffee, because we're going to turn that thumb down just a little bit behind the second finger. You'll notice that you've got tapes on your cello, and the top one here up by the nut is going to be a place to put your first finger, and the last one down here is going to be a place for your fourth finger. You know you have two more fingers and you only see one other tape. That tape is going to be for your ring finger, and then the finger in between these two tapes is just going to be put right in the middle between those first two tapes. So let's set up our left hand again, where we have a straight line, reach around, touch our right shoulder, drag that hand back. We don't get to take a sip. We're going to set our fingers in those places where the fingertips are going to be going down fairly perpendicular into the string without twisting this way or this way. And we'll be setting on the tip, which is the least fatty, and it'll give us the best sound. And so we've got this shape now with our elbow at about a 45 degree, or our forearm at a 45 degree angle. And we're going to use those fingers to stop the string. That just means to stop it vibrating from whichever finger you're using up to the nut, and only let it vibrate from the finger down to the bridge. If, for instance, we don't have enough weight on that string and pulling it back to the fingerboard with the weight of the arm, then it's going to make kind of a fuzzy sound or a thudding sound. So then we just know we have to apply more weight by pulling the arm down, avoiding a squeezing feeling with that thumb. So with that nice heavy weighted feel, let's try out some notes with our pizzicato. Remember our L for laser, setting our thumb on the side of the fingerboard, pointing our first finger down and plucking from left to right. We're going to do that on the D string while we put some fingers down on the D string. Now I'm just going to have you set the frame of the hand by putting all four fingers down, rounding those fingers, and we're going to try that fourth finger. So pull everything back, pluck on the D string, and hopefully you'll get a real ringing sound, because the name of this note happens to be G, which is happily vibrating along with this open G. So that's called an octave, from G to G. And we're really looking for that ringing sound. You might be a little off, then it doesn't ring as much, or maybe you're not heavy enough. But let's try to get that ringing sound. Then we're going to work our way back by taking that pinky off. This note happens to be called F sharp. And then we're going to take that finger off. We've got 2 hovering up. Now we've only got first and second finger down on the string. This is called F natural. And then the next note is going to be our first finger, E. And you'll notice we've worked our way down now in the alphabet to D. Now I'm keeping my fingers hovering over the string with the same arm position because I know that if I'm playing fast songs, I'm going to need to get back to those pretty quickly. And so it just makes it more efficient rather than saying, okay, I'm going to just take a break for a minute and then you have to set everything back up again. So as you take fingers off and put them back on, just kind of keep them handy, ready to put back down again. So we're going to set that whole thing up again, doing the arm out to the left, touch your right shoulder, pull our coffee cup all the way over to the D string, find that G, 4th finger, take our pizzicato, and let's pluck G. Take the pinky off, do F sharp. Take that 3rd finger off and play F natural. Then go to E, 1st finger, and then go to D, no fingers. And so these notes are going to be unbelievably handy to play all kinds of songs. And the next time that we get together, I'm going to teach you our first song with pizzicato. We'll want to save our bow for later. You're doing bow work on another video. And when we get comfortable with both sides separately, we'll put them together. So it's been a lot of fun getting up early this morning and learning how to use our left hand on the cello. And it will help a latte if we can maintain that nice curvy shape, keep our thumb to the right, and we'll be able to make a nice sound on the cello, being very comfortable and playing in tune.
We'll have a cup of coffee, just a little bit of Java. Yeah, we'll have a cup of Joe, don't you know? 'Cause it's coffee time.